Hello and welcome to ETRetail's Fashion XP 2025. Today, we are joined by Mr. Alok Dubey, who has built a lot of fashion retail brands in India like US Polo Assn, Sonata, and many more. Hi, Mr. Dubey.
Hi, how are you?
All good. Would like to understand about the overall industry. How has the overall fashion retail landscape evolved over the years, and what kind of consumer behavior change that you see currently?
Well, the fashion retail business has evolved manyfold now. When I entered this industry in 2004, I'm talking about the fashion brands business, before I was a Swatch and watches. At that time, it was very nascent. We had hardly 5 department stores in the country. Now you have more than 400 or likes, and you have multiple formats now. The fashion business has completely evolved. I'm talking about an era where you had imported goods, but now all the brands are present here. We are talking about micro moments and instant gratification, and you look buy. That kind of a trend has come here now. So it's like galvanized into the next orbit now, and more to come. You in the days to come, as more and more retail spaces open, as more consumption gets fueled, especially across the spectrum of consumers in India, and I'm talking about from small town, low income to high income. It's going to like galvanize into 2 3 fold from where it is in the next 5 to 10 years.
Great. So, how do you see the overall D2C industry evolving? Like a lot of brands are growing through online channels, through offline channels. So, do you see any kind of challenges that they face in scaling, and which channels they should more focus on?
I think they should focus on the channel on which they have started. Each one should focus on what they have started, what they are good at. Because traditionally, that's how it works. If you are a D2C expert and you mastered the art of reaching out to your consumers through a digital medium, you can probably get into an offline, maybe more for a signatory role, but your focus should remain on reaching out as large an audience as possible through the D2C route. The mistakes that people make is by diluting the channel reach, and when they don't have enough bandwidth or experience with it. So my advice is that D2C brands should concentrate on the D2C business and make money there first before they get into the temptation of scaling out and getting into offline, and then because building offline is a different proposition than building online. Building offline needs multiple moving parts, whereas building online is still straightforward. You're reaching the consumer directly.
Great. So we have seen fashion industry evolving over the years a lot. From fast fashion to ethnic wear, we have seen a lot of brands coming in market and scaling their business through different channels. As you also mentioned that they should grow on the channel that they have built first. So do you see any specific category or any specific category in fashion and lifestyle to grow further? And what's the outlook that you see?
I think we are still missing on very large brands in the youth segment. We have very affordable brands like Zudio, but they're catering to one kind of audience, and as it will multiply, there'll be an audience saturation there. I think fundamentals remain the same. Fashion business means you have to be a multiple brand owner or a multiple product owner. You will have to satiate that demand across income categories, across strata of incomes. And it is possible to build brands, but we need to build brands in the youth space because that's the largest population that we have. A lot of our generational effort has been in making older people look young. Why don't we make younger people look, more relevant? That should be the approach to build solid brands from India, because we have a very large demographic dividend. We should cater a 18 to an 18-year-old, treat him like an 18-year-old, and build stuff around his lifestyle or in the day part of his life.
Great. I think great insights from your end. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
connecting.